Hello, and welcome back to my channel. It's Laith over at Managing Marathons. It's a wet, grey, dull Tuesday afternoon, but my day has just been brightened, and it's coming up to 6:30 in the evening. So I've just finished work. I've had a few online virtual calls this morning, but I've relaxed this afternoon, done some admin, and hence the sort of casual gear. Going through my emails, and I just found that I've now had the invitation to come along and run for charity with Young Lives versus Cancer. You can see I've got a couple of their tops in the background there. So I'm really chuffed, and that's really made my Tuesday, wet, dreary, dull Tuesday afternoon, has just turned into quite a nice evening, actually, because, as I said, just received the email and my application's gone through to run for Young Lives versus Cancer next year for the TCS London Marathon. So I am chuffed a bit. So that's really good news. Now, as you're probably aware, I'm already running for Young Lives versus Cancer. I'm doing 12 marathons in 12 months. That 12 months ends at the end of January next year. So I've still got the 4 or 5 marathons to go. I've got Berlin coming up on the 29th of September. Then I've got Chicago 4 weeks after that. Then I've got the Snowdonia Marathon, which will be a tough one. That's a fast marathon, and there's a lot of elevation on that one. Then the Valencia Marathon, one of my favorites. If you haven't done any marathons in Spain, they absolutely love running there. So I've done Valencia, Barcelona, and one of my favorites, Seville. If you get the chance to do any of those three, they're fantastic and well worth doing. It's just across to Spain. You can get some cheap flights and some cheap accommodation. And then my final one would be the Arc of Attrition in January 2025. Then, thankfully, a 3-month break, which will be actually a 12-week block for training for the London Marathon 2025, which I wasn't anticipating before today. So that's kind of really good news. So really looking forward to that. Berlin's coming up next, and I just thought I'd show you, have a look here. So that's London 2023, and I think I got a 4 hour 31 time for that one. And I just thought I'd show you the Berlin one from last year is here, and I was just checking the time that I got on there. So 4:35:25. So I've obviously done a lot more training since, last year Berlin, so that's 9 months ago. That with the training that I've done and everything that I've learned, including recovery, strength training, a little bit of cycling, a little bit of swimming, that I'm hoping with all that other stuff that I've been doing in the meantime, that I'll be able to beat that 4:35. Now, ideally, I'd like to get a sub 4. I did manage to do it in Seville. I got a 3 hours 56, which I'm still happy about. It was my only sub 4. But everything worked out well for that training block and on the day. So I'm really pleased about Seville. Whether I'll be able to replicate that again for Berlin, we'll have to wait and see. But it is a fast marathon, and I've just started the 12-week training block for that. So it started 3 days ago. So tonight I'm on my 3rd run. I'm a bit tired. It's been a long few months in terms of work and everything else that I'm doing, but just starting to get back into it now. I had about 3 weeks off between the Snowdonia Marathon and the Normandy Marathon, which you'll see the video in the link below for the Normandy. That was a fantastic marathon, by the way. 80th anniversary for the Normandy D-Day landings. They had all the banners out, all the military gear and paraphernalia. Fantastic marathon, and not necessarily a road marathon as it's advertised, because there's a lot of trail, mud, gravel. You'll see my link for the video there if you want to have a look at that. Having said that, really well organized, nice and small, about 3,000 or 4,000 runners, but well worth doing. So Berlin Marathon training block has started. I'm on my 3rd run on the very first week. So I will let you know how that goes. I'm doing a lot of trail running, as I always do, because I just think it strengthens your legs more. I'll be considering and working on my hydration, my nutrition, and obviously, as I said, strength training, swimming, cycling, etc., etc. So we'll have to wait and see. I will catch up with you later. I'll film a little bit of this run, and I'll catch up with you when I'm done. So here we go. I'm just about to start my 5K run. I've changed back into my gear. I'm wearing my very trusty Hoka Mafate 4s. I absolutely adore them. They've done about 700k now, so looking forward to getting my new pair, which I'll be ordering next week. I just think they're fantastic trainers, by the way. So for trail runs, I've had the Speedgoat 5s. I know the Speedgoat 6 is now also out and been launched a couple of weeks ago, but I think I'll stick with the Mafate 4s. So yeah, looking forward to there we go, on my trusty Coros Pace 2, and I'm about to start the run. Catch up with you. One thing about heavy rain and heavy downpours is that the ground is much, much softer. A bit squelchy, as you can probably hear, but it's much softer to run on. And when you run a lot of road miles, this is a kind of a welcome break. So a lovely trail run. See, it looks like gravel. It's quite soft, sort of muddy gravel. Really nice. Well, made it. That was a tough 6k. I have no idea why, as I keep saying. But one thing's for sure, fitness has definitely dropped. And I just need to be more consistent. After Snowdonia, the UTS 50, I took about a week off, then straight into training for the Normandy Marathon, which was the 80th anniversary of the D-Day landings. And then after that, I took about 2.5 weeks off, and I can definitely feel the fitness has dropped. So I'm actually quite glad to be getting back into the 12-week training block for Berlin, because my fitness now has to get back up to where it was. So just warming down, as it were, cooling down. So I'm glad that's done, but I'm now really, really excited to be on the TCS London Marathon 2025. I'm chuffed a bit for that, actually, so that's given me another incentive to get training for Berlin and the next 4 marathons before London. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'll start to journal all my training for Berlin, see how it compares to last year. It's quite exciting, actually. This Berlin Marathon is the 50th anniversary Berlin Marathon, so I think they're going to go mad, all out crazy. Last year was mayhem in terms of good. It was such a big party atmosphere, 55,000 runners, fireworks, music, DJs all over the course, insane. And afterwards, in the big field next to Brandenburg Gates, was amazing sort of atmosphere. So looking forward to it. Anyway, thanks for watching. Tune in for the next one. I look forward to catching up with any comments or questions that you might have down below. Take care. Have a good one. Bye for now.